Today, I am doing the last episode in the series of pencil strokes. I am coloring this giraffe. Let's go. I have 4 colored pencils that I am using today from Prismacolor. I'm using Beige Sienna, Beige, Yellow Ochre, and Light Peach. And my stroke is going from dark to light. Simply gradation. This is how my giraffe should look after I have finished coloring it. So we're doing some shading, and you know what? It is raining, and I hope that my power does not go out. You might hear the rain. But yeah, we're going from dark to light. And pretty much that should wrap everything up. I am starting down here at the bottom of the illustration, and I'm using the Beige Sienna, which is the darkest shade. And I'm going to go and apply where the darkest shade is. Right here. And as I go up, I'm going to lighten my pressure a bit because I want to put some more color here. Okay. And my next color that I'm using is beige. Right here. Beige. This is Beige Sienna. And I'm going to grab my light peach and go in here. You can just pretty much play around with the colors however you want to do it. Beige Sienna here, as you can see. I may need to bring you down just a little more. There we go. And I may need to turn you up some so you can see. Okay. Beige Sienna is a darker shade, so I'm starting with my darker shade. And as I go in, I'm heavy here, but now I'm going to lighten it up a bit because I want to add some more color to this. I might need to be dark all the way around here, huh? Okay, and lightening it up just a bit here. With this, I say be creative and do it however you like to do it. I noticed in the book it looks like she had soft circular motions, but she says to do this shading. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm just following her instructions here for the shading. You can pretty much do it however you want, and that's what I'm doing here. I should have started down here because this is a spot too. Oh well. Okay, next I'm going to get my beige color here and go into the sienna here. going into the sienna, but I'm also coming up out of it too to kind of get a little bit of gradation going on here. Right around here, I'm going to use beige sienna again, just closer to the edge. I'm doing a little bit of circular motion too. So sometimes I think you have to do what feels right when you are coloring. Just go with what you feel. I'm going to pull up a little bit more beige here. Okay, that's my first spot, and I'm going to go back down here, get this done here. This is my beige sienna. I think on this one I'm going to use gradation, but I'm still going to be using circular, soft circular strokes as well. So it just seems a little bit easier to do, and it makes the most sense to me. Because it's easier to do that in these spots, just to make it a circular motion or stroke instead of the gradation stroke. I have my beige here. Go into the sienna a bit. Have my sienna again. This is beige sienna. Okay. See, I'm doing a circular, soft circular on top of the beige here. Still have my beige sienna, and I'm going to go in here and do some strokes here. It's just easy to do circular for some reason, but you want to have that gradation going from dark to light. I have my beige. Go in there with the beige. Beige sienna around here where there are dark little lines, which kind of indicate to me that it should be a darker shade. I'm going to grab my light peach here and go in there. That's that one. I do move up here, grab my beige sienna again, and just kind of work my way around where it looks like it indicates that this should be a darker shade here. And it's easier to do soft circular motions or strokes. I keep saying motions, but strokes. Okay? Because That's what works in here because the little spaces are small. Grabbing my beige here and going in. I'm doing circular strokes, but I'm also going from dark to light. Grab my little peach here. I have my beige sienna again. Beige. I'm going to use light peach here. This space is so small that I have to do circular. So just know that. But here I'm doing what? Vertical, not vertical, but linear lines. So I guess with these spots, I'm doing all kind of different strokes, what I've learned. So I'm putting on the third giraffe all of my pencil strokes that I've learned so far together. So that's a good thing. And I think what it is that I am using what makes sense for the actual spots. Okay, I'm gonna go back and get my beige here and go, that's light peach. I'm gonna get my beige here and go in here a little bit. Go down off into it. I'm gonna get my light peach, little light peach right there. Grab my beige. Light peach. Now I'm going to start using my yellow ochre to kind of change up some stuff here. You can do it however you want. That's what I'm doing. Put a little bit of yellow ochre in here. Right here. I'm moving on up. I'm making some progress here. a frame. I'm gonna use yellow ochre to finish up everything. Kind of want to leave some white space to create contrast. And my stroke is circular. I am all done with the spots. As you can see, what I started doing was the circular motions or circular strokes, soft circular strokes over the spots, as you can probably tell, which is what it looks like the author has done in the book. The next thing that it looks like she has done here is gone over some other areas and shaded with yellow ochre. And I'm going to do that next. Looks like there's some yellow ochre here. I'm going to just try to replicate what I see in her example of how it's colored in the book. Really what she says to do after you get finished is to kind of look at it and see where you want to put your colors at. Like I'm doing this yellow ochre in different spots based on what she has on her illustration, but also just put it wherever you think it needs to go. And that's what I'm trying to do here. So what she says is once you've done your spots and what you want to do, take a look at it and see if there are other things you want to add to your picture here. And that's what I'm doing here. I have yellow ochre and I'm using it wherever I feel like I want to put a little bit of yellow ochre. So if you're following along, just pretty much put it where you want it to go. Any of the colors. I'm just lightly putting yellow ochre down here. And I'm going to use some Beige Sienna right here. Just a little bit. Yeah. A little more yellow ochre in here. A little bit of yellow ochre here. And I'm just doing the circular strokes. And I'm lightening it out a bit. Next, I'm going to take light peach and I'm going to go up in here. And what I'm doing is pretty much looking at what she has in her illustration, how she has the color placed. I'll put a little light peach in here. You pretty much can do it however you want to do it. And I'm going to put a little bit more yellow ochre in here. I'm going to use a little bit of peach, light peach, right in here. Take my little light peach and go in here a little bit. That's pretty much all I'm going to do. Let me put a little bit of yellow here. And you can do the yellow on other giraffes. I think I'm going to put a little bit of yellow ochre down here on this one, because that's what I'm seeing in her picture here. Just placing a little yellow in places that I think would be cool to have it. I'm done. I'm going to raise you up so you can see it in its full. Okay. So this is the completed picture here. On this giraffe, I did not color in between the spots. She didn't say do that. But what it does do is it allows us to see each giraffe colored differently. No in between the spot colors. It's all white pretty much. This one had a yellow color, and this one had more of a, I think it was more like a peachy light beige color in between the spots. So this is it. It is all done. I am happy with how it turned out. One of the things that I have to do, which is the last thing, I'm trying to bring you up even more so you can see the full. The last thing that I have to do, and which she says do, is to step back to check your drawing from a distance, then adjust your tones. So if you think you need to add a little bit more yellow ochre in some spaces, then go ahead and do that. I think I need to add some up here, which I'm going to do as I am talking with you. Because sometimes you may need a little bit more color to make things pop. And I noticed that when I added that there, it made it just pop, in my opinion. And same here. Okay. It's placing the color. But you stand back and take a look to see where you need to add a pop of something. And I think I need to add some here. So what I've done in this video, I'm standing up and taking a look at it through my lens, and I can see where that color needs to go, where it looks like it should go anyway. And when I do that, it just makes it pop a little bit more. Yeah, it's really cool. And put a little bit up here on the little baby giraffe, the ear, or this smaller giraffe's ear. Okay, add some here, a little bit here. And when I put that color there, it just makes it pop a little bit more from what I can see. Yeah. Now, she doesn't have yellow ochre here. I'm just adding this here. 'Cause it looks like it needs to go, something needs to go there. Okay. Yeah. Just kind of stand back and look to see where your color needs to go to kind of make the giraffes stand out and pop a bit. Yeah. All right, that is it. Thank you so much for following along with me in this series of pencil strokes. The next series is the shading. I love the shading part, and I hope you will too. I will start that series in April. I think the second week in April, I'll start doing the shading. And this is what we're doing on the next one, which is this one. We'll be doing the shading technique starting the second week in April. All right? That should be so much fun. We'll be coloring this. Let me show you the page here before I go. This page. We'll be coloring this page, and I will be doing this for the month of April. All right? Thank you so much to everyone who has commented on the video, who's also following along, who's just looking to see what's going on. Thank you so much. You know what? While I'm looking at this giraffe, I see I might need to put a little more yellow ochre in spaces right here. But you see, when you stand back and look at it, you can kind of see that you need a little bit more oomph in certain places. But as I was saying, thank you so much for following along with me. We'll be ready to go the second week in April to do the shading. That should be pretty fun. Thank you again. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring. Bye.